The following are just a few examples of when or how the system can be used. The first example we will cover is a rainout scenario, or if you're going to spray the same product tomorrow. The initial step in the system and boom recovery process is to manually set the bypass valve to 0% in the Vario terminal. This will ensure that all product will remain in the product tank after recovery. At this time, take note of the tank volume. This can be seen at the side reload or on the terminal. Access the system maintenance screens from the Vario terminal or by using the button on the armrest. Once in system maintenance, ensure the recovery screen is active. Select either a full system recovery or the boom and manifold recovery only. Follow the on-screen prompts. First, go to the back of the machine and open the manual recovery valve. Next, raise the boom tree and lower the boom tips. After 85 seconds, raise the boom tips and press Proceed. After 40 seconds, lower the boom tips and press Proceed. After 50 seconds, raise the boom tips and press Proceed. When the system says that it is complete, go to the back of the machine and close the manual recovery valve. At this same time, empty the strainer of any remaining product to prevent separation and buildup. Once back in the cab, note the new tank volume. This is the quantity of product removed from the booms and reload area now contained in the tank. Based on testing completed for a 100-foot boom, the Rogator plumbing will contain less than 2 gallons with no injection system installed, or less than 11 gallons with an injection system. Note, if using injection, a recovery will not be used in most situations, as your product from the booms will be returned to the main tank, which is only clean water. With recovery complete, now go into the rinse area of system maintenance. The next step is to flush any chemical concentration out of the plumbing. Select Rinse Out Nozzles. In the empty box, select the source where the fresh water should come from. For this example, we'll select the rinse tank. Press the check mark to start the rinse. This will start and run the pump. The pressure and rate become a factor of the tip size installed and is not controlled automatically. Turn on the section valves to spray the rinsate on the ground. In accordance with product labels, this should be done in the field. Once the entire boom has been flushed, press the check mark to stop the pump and to automatically close all valves. To finish the procedure and ensure all plumbing is clear, including the nozzle bodies, go into the boom cleanout screen. Choose the appropriate boom cleanout based upon your machine's configuration, either with or with no chemical injection. Lower the boom as low as possible to prevent drift. Read the next prompt, but immediately jump to the next screen where you can monitor the boom pressure. Turn on the section switches one at a time to purge the rinsate from the booms. It is recommended to do one section at a time to maintain some boom pressure, though a high boom pressure is not necessary, as you need airflow more than pressure to remove the rinsate. Note that the higher the air pressure, the higher the potential for small droplets and driftable fines. Note that with the OptiTwin system, for boom cleanout to open both the aux valve and the NCV, the system must be in high flow or tiered nozzle mode. This 10-minute procedure ends the most effective process in the industry that can be used in a rainout or continued use scenario to save hours of headache. Prior to the next application, simply turn the recirculation system and agitation on to ensure even stirring and mixing of the product that remained in the tank.